Hi, everybody. Today we're going to learn about the artist Vincent Van Gogh, and we're going to look at one of his most famous paintings called Starry Night. So, before we begin, I just want to let you know that I have posted a link to this video in the calendar, and you can watch that. It's a short video about his life put out by the museum. All about him, Vincent Van Gogh Museum. So it's worth your watch. You can learn a little bit more about his travels, where he painted, what inspired him. So I definitely recommend you check that out. So, two goals for today, what I'm going to show you with the slides that I've prepared. One, we're going to look at this painting by Vincent Van Gogh. Hopefully you've seen it before. I'm sure it's familiar. It's called Starry Night. We're going to look at that a little closer. And number two, I'm going to show you a variety of artworks that people have created inspired by this painting, Starry Night, using all sorts of different materials. So let's get started. So number one, this painting, Starry Night, by Vincent Van Gogh. He painted it in 1889, a long time ago. And in fact, people didn't really give him the respect that we give him now. He did not make a lot of money as a painter while he was alive, but now he's one of the most well-known paintings around, probably one of the most famous artists around. And this particular painting of his, Starry Night, has inspired people for many, many, many years. Many people can look at it over and over. So that's what we're going to just spend about a minute right now looking at this painting, Starry Night. And some of you probably are familiar. We've done this in class, just to take a moment in order to help us look closer, thinking about what do we see, what do we think, and what do we wonder. You can either pause the video or you can listen to me right now, just allowing your eye to wander around the painting slowly, going in and going back to the edges, thinking about the textures, the colors, the shapes, perhaps thinking about what it reminds you of. Really is trying to notice the details, thinking about what you see, what you think, and what you wonder. And if you'd like to look at it longer now, you can pause. And I want to show you. I'm going to show you some of the other things that I want to show you, though. So, Starry Night. Here it is, and here it is by Larry Minetti. Here it is, made out of clothing and food packages. This is something that's becoming popular during COVID-19 as people are home. There's been all sorts of challenges. People have been posting pictures of famous artworks that they have recreated with items from home. And I think he did a pretty good job with his. And this is something that perhaps you'd like to try. It's honestly not as easy as he makes it look. He did really an excellent job. One of the things I think he did so well is that he really covered the area. He didn't leave any space between. He really used made each layer of the fabric touch the next one. And I think that works really well to fill in all of the gaps. But people have posted all sorts of pictures of this idea of using items, not necessarily all of them came out as amazing as this one, but it's just great to try, and it's kind of cool. You get more familiar with the colors and the shapes as you think about trying to recreate it. So there you go. Clothing, food, and Legos. Love Lego art. Nathan Sawaya has tried his hand at creating all sorts of famous artworks out of Lego, and he did this one of Starry Night here. And perhaps you'd like to try it out of Lego. Perhaps you could actually click them together or just lay them, thinking about the shapes and the swirls. There you go. Adam Hillman made it out of paper clips. Just one type of material. He actually, as you see, cut the paper clips in order to really get the shapes to fill in the space the way he wanted it. It's a pretty nice detailed version of Starry Night just using paper clips. And this one, 7,000 dominoes were used to create this, and it really worked from start to finish. If you have permission and you are interested, you can check it out on YouTube. But this he goes by the name Flippy Cat. He has all sorts of domino videos, and this one of Starry Night. It looks pretty impressive from start to finish. Food art is something actually some people might cringe at the idea of using food. They might think it's wasteful, but hopefully, if those who make food art, hopefully they will eat all of the things that they use to create it. This particular artist that I'm showing you here, Harley Langberg, he's a professional food artist. And he has apparently so inspired by Starry Night that he's made 3 versions of it. This one I happen to just love so much because of the variety of textures that he uses with the different types of food, with the spaghetti and the herbs and the rice. And I think Van Gogh and his use of texture is really, I really think it really works really well. But you see here, he also did it with prunes and yogurt and mango and blueberries. And here, just one material for the most part, I think, just different colored macarons, which is pretty beautiful. And then toast art. I loved this so much. I have 4 different versions to show you. Toast art is also something that's becoming even more popular during COVID-19. People are home, some people with a little more time on their hands, and the challenge of trying to create artworks on just a piece of bread. I like this one because this one feels almost like maybe it's a little more achievable by those of us who are not professional toast artists. Cucumber right here, blueberries, banana. So mostly everyday items that you may or may not have something similar at home. Toast art of Starry Night. And this guy, Lee Kang Bin, he lives in South Korea. He has become a pretty well-known barista. He works at a coffee shop. And he actually sells these, and people buy them, and they actually drink them. And he uses food coloring and cream. So this is actually cream that has been colored, and he uses these very fine, tiny paintbrushes and gets them in there, and then somebody pays him a lot of money and they drink it up and it's gone, but it is beautiful while it exists. And there's something I think really special in that, having a beautiful cup of coffee to admire, and not everything has to last forever. So there you have it. Starry Night in all of its glory. Perhaps you'd like to try your hand at making Starry Night. Perhaps you'd like to just enjoy learning more about Vincent Van Gogh through the video about him that I've posted. Perhaps you'd like to make a drawing with colored pencils or paint if you have, or just look at, here we go, Starry Night, the real thing, the real deal, right here, and just admire the different versions of it is also great. So I hope you enjoy and have a great day.